Hello, everyone, and welcome to Self-Sex Education, where dating does not have to be a puzzle and healthy relationships are possible. So, to start off my new channel and this new topic, I want to give you a brief description and definition of what sexual education is, the sexy education, and also we're going to be doing a Q&A on Reddit. I am going to be explaining to you how this channel is going to work, and I do advise you to also follow my main channel, which is Self-Carvalho, where I talk about dating, fitness, and motivation. And in this one, we are going to talk about sexual education. What is it? What do I need to know? How am I involved in this? Everyone is involved in sexual education. Sexual education is everywhere. And we don't have to be teaching someone or learning something about how to be sexual, but every time that we are in a relationship, either that being intimate or not, we are practicing sexual education. So I am going to be reading some notes from my phone. Okay, I did a lot of research and I want to give you guys the most practical stuff in here, so you're going to see this phone a lot in this channel. So basically, definition: sexual education is a broad term that has a range of topics which are related to human sexuality, the reproductive health or system, relationships, and the actual sexual behavior. So the primary aim is to provide individuals with accurate, age-appropriate information and skills so that then they can make informed decisions about their sexual health and well-being. Now, this is a very broad definition. I am going to be focusing on 5 topics, okay, because sexual education covers a numerous amount of topics. And how this channel is going to work is that every video we speak about a topic, and what we usually do is we go and do a Q&A. Today we're going to be answering 4 questions, but usually we're going to be selecting and have a more specific question based about the topic. Okay, I don't want just to answer a question about, oh, my relationship is not good, we don't communicate, can you help me? I want to give you real questions, real practical situations that you can learn from, whether that being in bed with a more sexual behavior or whether that being actually to have healthy relationships and the relationship part. So usually sexual education has or talks about these topics, has information about, that's what I meant: anatomy and physiology, puberty, contraception and pregnancy prevention, the STDs, which are sexually transmitted diseases, and then healthy relationships. So just to give you a little bit of a clear definition of what these topics are, we're going to be speaking my theory part and my topic part about this channel will be about these 5 topics, so to speak. So that's why I'm giving you these definitions. So anatomy, basically we're going to be learning about the male and female reproductive systems, including the organs involved in this reproduction. Then puberty, we're going to understand the physical and emotional changes that occur during puberty, such as an example, the development of secondary sexual characteristics, hormonal changes, and menstruation or ejaculation, etc. About contraception and pregnancy prevention, we are basically going to be studying, so to speak, different methods of contraception, how they work, and their effectiveness rates, and also how to use them properly and correctly. And then for the STDs, or in this case, we can also go for the sexually transmitted infections, okay, STIs. We are going to be providing common information about this topic, their transmission routes, symptoms, and prevention strategies, which is very important. And then finally, we have the healthy relationships, which basically we can explore the characteristics of these relationships, communication skills, consent, boundaries, and respect for oneself and others at the same time. Okay, so I just wanted to give you a little bit of a brief and general overview of what we are going to be studying in this channel, what you can expect from this channel. And like I always said, and it will say, dating does not have to be a puzzle, and we can have healthy relationships. So now that you have a brief introduction, we're going to go over to my computer to do the Q&A. Yeah. Hi everyone, and now we're going to go to the Q&A part. And we already have this first question, which is, why is it spicy? So basically, a female 19 years old is asking about a man's cum, the taste that he has. So basically, she tasted the ejaculation and it made her mouth tingly and kind of numb. similar to how toothpaste or gum would. Basically, she says that initially I assumed the taste was due to something he ate or drank, in this case, the diet, but she also was with another partner and had the same feeling. So basically, she is now questioning, does cum taste like this? Is this normal, or do I have an allergy? Because she did a Google research and there are some people who can be allergic to cum. So basically, what I was trying to figure out first was this, and she already mentioned it, which is something he ate or drank. So usually our cum, the way it looks and how it tastes, comes from our diet because that's basically something that's inside you. So whatever you are consuming has a translation in that. But she already mentioned this. The second thing is that she is really consuming ejaculation. She's tasting it. So also that means that her taste buds are gonna play a huge role and a factor in how she is tasting this and what she tastes. What I mean is that imagine that you only eat food that's processed. Your taste buds are going to be different than if you were to eat more salad and fruit. So I'm not saying that she has a bad diet. I'm basically saying that can be the diet of both. Okay, the person who is ejaculating and the person who is, in this case, consuming it or tasting it. There are some cases where people have some allergy, yes, but I think that's also easily traceable, and you can see that you have an allergy if someone ejaculates in your skin and your skin turns red. There might be something there. So I would tell you this: uh, cum has a very specific taste. Cum has a very specific also feeling to it. If it's more springy, if it gets a little bit more attached in the fingers, and it's all due to diet. And it may also have to do with a little bit more of body anatomy or biology. I would say you're fine, okay? I think a lot of people have the same opinion as you, which is it's going to taste a bit weird. My early 20s, and I have become so horny and can't think about anything besides sex. It's normal. So in my 20s, I have become so horny and I can't think about anything besides only sex. I'm a male student. I used to study 4 hours and working hard, but now I have a huge problem. So I don't have any partner or girlfriend because I just want to work on myself physically, mentally, financially. I was always the top student in my class and still am, but focusing on lessons and work has been so difficult for me. He also says that I try not watching porn, doing sports, going to gym, doing whatever possible, but I am just a student, and he basically tells us that he's only human, so to speak. So this is very common, especially as a male, because the male body, the male biology, how it works is that we have many and much, much more sexual thoughts than women have. So we are conditioned, so to speak, to think about sex. And this doesn't mean that we have to watch porn. You have to watch porn to release it. That is a construction that we have always been, that's a habit that we like to do. We like to watch porn. We think it's, how do I say? We think it's going to solve our horniness, but it doesn't. It gets you more horny because it's supposed to arouse you and it will stimulate you even more. So the fact is, I would tell you at least stop watching porn or find a substitute for the porn. I will make a video very soon about that. Some real tips on how to switch the fake porn and big industry porn for something more amateur. I think it's a real advice that people can use and we can improve this habit in a more healthy way. The second thing is that just accept this because you are in your 20s, your testosterone is running high, and especially if you're going to the gym and you're going after yourself and you're working on yourself, your testosterone is going to be high. So it's normal that you have these sexual thoughts. If you probably had a girlfriend or a partner, you would be a little bit more relaxed, sure, but that doesn't mean that you can't be by yourself and deal with this because this is completely normal. So just do your business, do your thing, and the real advice is change the type of porn that you are watching, but watch it and masturbate a lot. Now for the third question, we have an 18-year-old female, which is asking, she has said that she needed some medical assistance to remove something inside her vagina, but she's asking, will it still hurt when I do it the first time? And will I bleed? Will it be less special if I don't bleed? I think what I want to focus on this question is this last part. I think this last part, will it be less special if I don't bleed? It won't. Okay. I know that in some cultures and in some countries, it's completely different. The way that we have our sexual behavior and the way we come about it. It has a specific and very cultural centered experience. So for some cultures, if you don't bleed, it's not good. Okay. You are supposed to bleed when you have sex. The thing is that in a practical way, it's fine. You should not have these mental constructs in your mind. Again, easier said than done, I know, but the main point is if during sex you are going to focus on, am I going to bleed? Is this going to be a good experience? Is it not? Sex is about just letting go and being in the moment. For the last question to finish the video, is it normal to be loose when you are wet? And yes, it is, okay? And it is healthy and it should be like this. Because if you are loose and at the same time wet, it means that you are enjoying your experience. So it means that you have fluids running through you and out of you. This is how a good sexual practice should be. Now, I know that a lot of people can tell me, but maybe our friction will not be the same. Maybe as a guy, I won't feel as much because I don't feel like things are gripping down there. But trust me, this is the right way to do it. I know that some women can be a little bit more wet, but the fact is that then is for you to figure out your needs. But is this a healthy thing? Yes. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. If you have any suggestions, any topics that you want me to talk about, please put them in the comments down below. And I do advise you to follow my main channel where I also talk about these sort of topics, but more related to motivation, fitness, and psychology. Thank you so much. Dating does not have to be a puzzle. Healthy relationships are possible, and sexual education is everywhere. And it starts with you and me. See you in the next one. Bye bye.